Hi everyone at home, Instagram, Facebook. Just having a conversation with my girl Kristina. She's with us with Kalamapolynesiandancers for about 3 years, and our conversation was about the forms of dances that she does, which she does a lot, but specifically with belly dance. So today we're just going to talk about farapou. A lot of times, because I teach on raqsonline and a lot of other places, a lot of times people are always asking for the breakdown of farapou, but we also wanted to talk about the differences if you are a cross-trained dancer. So for Tahitian, and Kristina can do this with us as well because she trains with us in Tahitian. When we do our farapou, we start off with a huge, big circle or an ami, and then we utilize we drive a lot of our hip motions with our legs. And when we're practicing, we tell everybody you're gonna hit the front with the pahu so it's nice and round, and then you're gonna hit the front of your stomach when you hear that bass or the pahu drum, right? So we use a lot of reggaeton and a lot of music that has a lot of that. And then if I go to the side, you're gonna see that we're using our obliques, back extension, and then squeezing our abs when we come to the front because we want to make everything nice and round. So after we train in this for a while, then we progress to getting a little bit faster and then a little bit faster until we do a speed up farapou. But my question to Kristina was, what are the differences between our farapou and belly dance?
And the answer is we really don't have farapou in belly dance. We do amis, which are an internal hip circle. So it's that same movement visually, right? It looks like that you're going, up in the front to the sides and release in the back there. It's the same kind of movement, but ideally we're driving it from our muscles. So I'm pulling up with my obliques to get my hip up, and then I'm crunching in to get my pelvic up here, and then my left hip up, and then I release. So because it's so driven by the muscles, it's really hard to get it to go fast like a farapou.
So when belly dancers are doing amis, they're just concentrating on their core. And
for the most part, yeah.
Do you even think about like your legs or your feet or anything like that?
When you're first learning it, you might use the floor to get your hips up. But ideally, it's one of those things you want to do on one foot sometimes, or you want to move with it separate. So you really can't rely on the floor to get that movement.
So what would you say to a belly dancer that's trying to learn farapou for them to like start thinking about something different as far as to get into the farapou?
I think it's relax.
Relax.
Relax. So instead of thinking pull up, 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 up all the time, just relax, and you gotta really kind of go with the momentum, and that's how you get that whipping motion of your hips.
And it's more like, again, internal with belly dance too, so it's more smaller.
Yes, always think bigger.
How long did it take you to transition from belly dance ami to the Tahitian style?
I'm still working on that.
Yeah, that's good to know. Like everybody, I still work on tons of different things. Even though you start to feel it, you then now have to figure out how to make it nice and smooth and round. And sometimes we push more on one side than on the other. And then a lot of times people think that it's all about the back, but you should look the same no matter where you turn. So your front should be as strong as your back. Is that the same thing in belly dance?
Yes and no. You want to be careful about the back, and that you don't ever want to pop up into the back. So a lot of the direction is more thinking about the sides and the front and releasing the back.
Okay, so would you guys ever do like this? Like how we just like really like extend?
You'll see some. Again, it depends on the style that you're doing and the teacher that you're with. You'll see some of that, but in regular Rux Sharky style, it's not a super popular movement that you see a lot of girls doing.
Yeah, because everyone always says, how do you farapou? How do you farapou? So the key thing to do is relax, right?
And not think of really driving those muscles. When I farapou, I'm feeling much less constriction in my core muscles than when I do an ami.
Now, do you think too that it's harder for belly dancers because of the upper body do you guys sometimes move your upper body while you're doing your ami, or do you think that do you guys also, because we
will layer the movements, but it's on purpose.
Okay.
You're never moving your chest because your hips moving.
Got it.
You're doing it on purpose as a layer.
So like an isolation. So you guys, so belly dancers are like trained to not move their upper body or move. So it's all about relaxing the hips to get that Tahitian, big, huge ami, good, ohure, and then basically working it into a farapou. Is there anything else, like any tips that you think of or any differences?
I think so. Well, I know when I was really first starting, I would watch a lot of videos and girls, and you see a lot of times girls will like shake their knees and use their heels come up. And I would advise don't mess with that.
Yeah.
It didn't help me at all, and it just confuses things.
Yes. So a lot of times we do bring go on our tippy toes, so we're doing like a te'i or something like that. But when you're first starting out, that's more like a difficult move, like step like 5. So when you're first starting out, you want to be nice and grounded. And we put our feet on the floor, and then you're bending your knees. Do you guys pump your heels at all? Or like lift up your heels?
I've seen some shimmy sometimes, and we'll do like a choo-choo shimmy. So it's the same idea that we do with a farapou on te'i, only we do it with a shimmy instead.
Oh, cool. But then you would, like, belly dancers probably would love that farapou, right?
Definitely.
Yay! So Kristina will be teaching with me hopefully soon, and I hope that you guys enjoyed our little talk about farapou.
Bye.